This deck is sneaky, powerful, got me to Infinite Conquest as well as Infinite Ladder, and it's a Havok deck. Let's jump in.
Whatever.
How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the Snap Academy. I'm Muse, and today we're showcasing Power Overload. It's my new favorite deck featuring Thena and Havok. You don't play anything over 3 cost, and it's a lot of fun. It got me through Infinite Ladder and Infinite Conquest. Let's start breaking it down. The 2 stars of this show are going to be Thena as well as Havok. Havok has been pretty meh since its release, but I think we finally found a home for it. I first saw this deck, just pieces of it, while I was on ladder. I think someone was trying to play with it. It was on the Proving Grounds. I was trying to get my first ticket in, and I kind of saw the potential, the power scaling with Thena as well as Havok, and I really ran for it. So Havok is the star of the show and really brings it all together. Havok is a 2/0 with the ability after each turn, lose 1 max energy and gain +4 power. So for every 1 energy you lose, he's getting +4 power. Makes sense? I said it twice. The huge downside of this is once you play Havok, you're capped out wherever you played him. You really want to play Havok on turn 4 at the bare earliest. You can get away with playing him in later turns because he's still going to be a 2/4 after you play him, even on turn 6 for a little bit extra value. But 4 is that sweet spot. If you get him out on turn 4, he starts scaling for that turn 4, 5, and 6, becoming a 4/12, which is great scaling. And when we add that to Thena, who's also going to scale because we're only going to have enough energy to play 2 cards, we're going to have 2 really big lanes. We really want to focus on 2 lanes. This is not a go wide strategy. This is very much a pick 2 lanes and commit quickly. And for our other star of the show, Thena, who has been very meta relevant ever since she came out in the Eternal Season, she is a 2/0 with the ability, if you played exactly 2 cards, gain +3 power. She scales great. People have been using her forever, but I think that this 1-2 punch is really what brought Havok over the edge and kind of realizing that we need to win just 2 lanes. We can play Thena at any turn and still get value off of her. She doesn't detriment us like Havok does. We can play her on turn 2. But I really like playing her on turn 3 or 4. On 3, you're able to play Thena plus Kitty Pryde after you get your Agent Venom off or do something else. The early turns really do matter. So let's kind of break down the deck and really talk about how we want to play it. So starting at the bottom, we have the Hood. He's really just a way that we can soak into some of our other cards. So if you hit Hood with an Agent Venom or a Bast, that's great value, flipping the script, making him honestly a 1/6 or increasing by 6 energy. You can also use the Hood as fodder for our Nico. Nico is really great in this deck, being able to destroy our Hood, move things around, make copies if we have that. Having 2 Thenas is an automatic snap condition in itself, and usually snapping happens when I get Thena and Havok on the board. We have our engine online, we're ready to go. It's a lot of power scaling because we're just building on those 2 lanes. Bast and Agent Venom, they just kind of bring everything up to 3. Everything in our deck only has 0 up to 3 power, so it's going to hit everything really well, getting that extra power scaling. Thena, if you hit it with a Bast first, it's like being able to play it a turn earlier. Same thing with Havok. If you hit it with the Bast or the Agent Venom, it's almost like playing it a turn earlier without the downside. Iron Patriot is the new addition to the deck with the new season. I really like Iron Patriot because it gives you an option for a larger scale play, a 4, 5, or 6 drop card, but being able to play it for super cheap. And once we get our engine going, as long as you play Iron Patriot by turn 4, you can get the value of it on turn 6 and be able to play that 4, 5, or 6 drop card with something else. Cassandra Nova, another great early play. Being able to play into turn 3 on that Cassandra Nova, taking away all their power, increasing your power in a lane. Super great for kind of starting the value on the lane so that you can play Iron Patriot and Havok on a turn, or Iron Patriot and something else on a turn so that you can win that lane and get the value off of it. Sage is a great finisher for either lane that you don't have either Cosmode or you're just almost winning, she can usually finish off that lane by herself, getting into that 12, 13, 14 power. Super great. Love Sage as a finisher. And then we have Cosmo and Red Guardian as our tech cards. Red Guardian, super great to get rid of their Draculas, their other Thenas, their Havocs, their just kind of engine pieces. We got rid of 2099. You can get rid of a lot of their pieces. Red Guardian really helps bring the entire deck together so that you can kind of turn things off so that you can work on those 2 lanes and go very tall in them. And Cosmo, just to kind of shut down their on-reveal synergies. I've used both of these to shut down a Mystique and an Iron Man during a negative play. Just super key. I really find that having just 2 tech cards usually is enough for me in a deck, especially having them a little bit divergent. Red Guardian kind of gets rid of whatever they're doing, almost like Mystique, and then Cosmo just kind of shuts down things entirely. A little bit of a nombo with the Sage, but we're going to play around it because our Thena and Havok aren't on reveal. They're not ongoing. They're very hard to turn off. Overall, this deck is very powerful and sneaky because people don't expect to see it. They don't expect the scaling out of Thena. They don't expect the scaling out of Havok. And there are times where I thought I lost because I forgot that these cards scaled up when you did things, even though I was playing into my patterns, doing everything I needed to do. It's sneaky because people don't think about it. They don't think about the power output of the cards already on board. They really just think about what could happen next and account for that. So let's dive into the deck, do a little gameplay, and see how to pilot it. All right, so jumping into the deck, we're going to, learn how to pilot it. It's not that complicated. You just have to think about setting up for your later turns. So right now, we always want to see what's Nico doing. I love having a Nico with the hood, because if we can destroy it, turn it into a demon, that's automatic value. After you play your next card, replace that card's location. Nothing I really want to do here, mostly because the Nico. It's like they are playing some kind of Iron Patriot shield deck. This is kind of awesome, and we all now have double this card's power. Not the greatest, but we can get Cassandra Nova down. That is going to be huge value there, and then the Kitty Pryde just to get that online. All right, so turn 3, we could fill up White Hot Room, get some more. Now I think this is what I really wanted here. After you play the next card, destroy it, draw 2 cards. That is 100% what I want to do with this Nico. We're going to play Nico here, hopefully getting this filled up, destroy our hood, and then we also have some more energy. I don't necessarily want to use the Sage yet. We'll get the Kitty Pryde. We've got a lot of energy. With everything costing 1 less, I'm also going to Havok here because we don't need as much because everything is 1 cheaper. Well, they got the White Hot Room. We could have got it, just didn't want to. But they fully committed over here. They've got the Collector. He could scale up. We'll see what happens. We get to draw cards at least. Bass is not great. I'm really glad that we did draw. The Collector can still scale up a little bit, but we do have our Sage. So let's go. We can finish this off with Sage later. We'll get our Demon down. We can Bass now too, and then Kitty Pryde. Or we can. We don't have priority, so Cosmo doesn't do a lot except for maybe set up another turn. Yeah, we'll get Bast over there just to hit the Sage. Or we'll save it. We'll actually save it. That's a lot going on. Okay, so we'll go Demon, Agent Venom, Cosmo, Kitty Pryde. There we go. Okay. So they got the Nomura. We filled up, so they're stuck with the Acid Arrow. So we've got this pretty much locked down. The Sage is going to be able to jumpstart over here. We can just keep feeding our Kitty Pryde. We don't want to move anything in the Strange Academy. But the Thena is super nice here. So I might just drop Thena here. Kitty Pryde just for some extra scaling. Or I could scale the... yeah, we'll drop Thena here since we're going to finish with the Sage. Yeah. Normally I'd snap here. That is a large grapple arrow. But we scaled up. We're good to go. And then we will finish with the Sage. And we'll just play everything else for the fun of it. Yeah, we'll play 2 cards to get the Thena off. Sage will win us that lane, and we're good to go. They left, but that was pretty obvious. And I realized that the shield symbol is up there. I am a jabroni sometimes. All right, so we have a nice start with Iron Patriot, Sage, and Nico. We'll see what value we can get off of Nico. Make a demon. I don't necessarily want to do that, but actually Nico into Iron Patriot demon might be fun. It's something I've never done before. So let's actually try that. We're finding out live if this works. If so, that's actually kind of awesome because you're getting 3 more power out of the Iron Patriot. I believe the on reveal stays on the lane even after he gets destroyed. This could hurt if we get the Havok. Hopefully Sakara grabs Cosmo is our #1 choice. But we'll get the Iron Patriot. The Nico is going to turn him into a demon. But we're going to get that free card. Hopefully win it up. Actually, could drop the Emperor Hulkling too. That'd be awesome. They're getting a Havok here, which is awesome for us. Sucks for them. We did get the Emperor Hulkling off. And they played the Havok. So that sucks for them. I'm just going to drop a Cosmo here on top of the Hulkling to protect it. I don't necessarily want to do anything else here. Red Guardian really doesn't do anything. Honestly, we can just eat it here. All these other cards, we don't want to play Havok until turn 4. So we'll just drop a Cosmo for now. And it looks like if you do change Iron Patriot into a demon, the lane is still going. So if we win it, we get it for free. But we did get the Emperor Hulkling down with the old red, white, and blue behind it. That's a good hood. So they're losing energy here. They're capped out. We do finally have our Thena. This is turn 4, which is awesome. I actually kind of want to just maybe I'll do Thena here, or I'll do Havok here since we'll scale up together. You can't see it, which is really weird, but it is there. That's not terrible because we're going to scale up our Thena, so we're not completely stuck here. And now we're matching their Havok. Sage doesn't do a lot here, so let's just go Bast into Red Guardian. They're not really doing too much. It scales up our Thena. And then we can end with a Sage to hopefully finish this off. We could lose the middle if they play there, but they were treated. They were out. We had enough scaling to get over the top. Them getting the Havok on their side, again, we can't see it, which is kind of weird. But it kind of ruined their entire game plan. All right. So for this one, I definitely just want to use Kitty. Nope, I want to use Bast. I would like to use Bast, get all these cards up. Ideally, we draw an Agent Venom next. So they're probably doing Wiccan stuff. So that's super huge for these cards. Now I don't mind playing the Hood anywhere. So we can go Hood into Kitty Pryde. We haven't really committed anywhere yet. They get, hopefully, the Cosmo, which is better than a demon. Okay, one cost. We have a lot of one cost cards over here. So we have Thena. We go Thena in the demon. That way we can start scaling that. We're claiming Lake Hellas. That is the goal. I'm very okay with what just happened here. And they got my Cosmo. Pixie for them sucks. It might be good. And Celine for me, also not great. So 2 cards, not too great. Iron Patriot here is going to be nice. So we will go Iron Patriot into Kitty Pryde. Also, let's not do that because I kind of want to... Yeah, let's do that actually. Into Kitty Pryde. We can probably win here if we get Havok. We can win mid. But we can put some pressure over here on left side sewer system while we're still scaling up right. Leech, I'd rather play for free. Two cards here. We got Havok. We can win over here now. In there, and then Thena's going to keep scaling. Havok's going to keep scaling. I'm actually going to snap here. I really like what we're doing. And they're playing, looks like just an Iron Patriot deck. All right, final turn. And looks like we are going to do a... I might... like a Sage Kitty Pryde, just so I can play him over here. Kitty Pryde gets +2. The Sage is going to scale up. They've got priority. We can't get Shang-Chi'd. We can't get Red Guardian over here. So I'm feeling really good about it. And the Leech, it was just a pivot. We did not win in here, just because of scaling and whatnot over here. The Wiccan did it, and they retreated. Victory. So, another victory. We're, what, 3-0 for the round? All right. So we're kind of fishing up showcasing. Really showcasing the deck. This is not a bad start. A Bast would be really good here. I also don't mind... Okay, we just Bast. And I really kind of want to get rid of the Bast. That way we can go into, just have a little bit more room. So we'll go Iron Patriot right. And then we can go into Cassandra Nova and hopefully lock up that so we can get the value off the card. Legion is huge here. We'll see what we can get, but I've done some pretty crazy things with Legion. We could... nope. I'll probably Red Guardian this Victoria hand over here. Oh, probably would have been good for me to Victoria Red Guardian it first, but okay, Thena here is great. So if we did like a Thena Legion, I'm kind of scared to do this. 4, 5, 6, because that's 7. That only gives me 8. Let's not try that. So we'll go... Let's actually go Legion into Thena, since I don't really want to blow her up. Yeah, they really committed over here. So I'm glad I didn't try. So yeah, they've completely claimed left here. 20 power. We could maybe try to do it, but it's definitely not worth it. Add a copy to your hand. I've already done what I want here. So we can probably just hit... I kind of want to get the collector a little bit bigger, so that way I can hit the Victoria hand here. So we'll go Agent Venom. You don't really need the power from the hood. I want to snap here too. This is a lot of power. Really liking what's going on here. Don't really need the Havok next. Sage is probably what we really want here. We got the Demon. Okay, Quinjet, whatever. It's a little late for that. You got a whole lot of things in your hand. Collector's up. I can hit that Victoria hand down there now. Don't want to get... Since they're doubling up everything. So we can go... Yeah, we'll go Red Guardian into Demon. We've got right for sure. Take off their second amount of power there, so everything's not getting +4. And send. So yeah, we really used let them lock up one lane. I like that they put all their power there. Don't ever put all... This is very susceptible to Enchantress. Don't do that. And then I also just have free range to just grab whichever thing I want. So I know that I'm going to Red Guardian this Victoria hand, mess up their game plan. They're really going hard right. Take away that +2 for them. That actually helps me out more because I've got less cards right than they do. The game breaks. Yeah, that Victoria hand really saved us. So making sure that we got that. Otherwise, they would have dominated right for us. And we won barely. So yeah, that +1 got them tied up to us. But we just had more power. And that's the deck. We really want to focus on 2 lanes. We punted this lane. Really just kind of use some of our tech pieces to leave more area for our bigger bodies. We could have probably put a Bass and a Hood here. We did have the room just to kind of bolster those 2 lanes, but I didn't want them to get in the way just in case. And that Red Guardian on the Victoria hand is what ended up clutching that win. Super fun deck. If you're looking for that sneaky, powerful next deck that's really under the radar, this is definitely the deck for you. It's great for ladder, great for conquest, super sneaky and really powerful, and people aren't expecting it yet. I really like being able to play, Havok in a deck. He's been really a trash tier card forever. If you actually look in our Series 4 video, I was hyping it up mostly because, I had just got Infinite Conquest with it. I'm super excited. I've been playing it a lot. I'm excited that I actually got the Spotlight variant for him because it really just looks great. When I got it, I'm not going to lie, I really hated it, but Havok's really grown on me, being able to play it, see the scale. It's a great card. So, let me know in the comments what you think of the deck. What's your off meta deck? What are you playing that is super secret, sneaky, and just kind of getting you to that next level? Don't forget to snap those like and subscribe buttons. Check us out on Twitch every Tuesday where we're streaming the new card and start building some really fun decks for the week for you guys. Until then, happy snapping, and we'll see you in the next one.